Who put the mess into message? If you ever sat in a meeting, listened to a presentation, or read a company-wide update and thought, wait, what are we actually saying here? You're not being difficult, you're being honest. You don't have a messaging problem, you have a clarity problem. Most leaders aren't poor communicators, they're moving fast, managing complexity and trying to deliver value in too little time. The issue isn't intelligence, it's overload, and it leaks into language. When the pressure is high and time is short, messages get packed, padded or buried, and the result isn't authority, it's static. So what's going wrong? Let's unpack the most common communication breakdowns I see, even in the most brilliant leaders. Number 1, overloading to overcompensate. You want to be thorough, you should want to show your range, add value, so you say everything. Our Q2 focus includes international expansion, hiring strategy, rebranding, CRM migration, ESG reporting, and launching 2 new verticals. Hope you enjoyed the accent. Technically accurate, strategically overwhelming. Saying everything says nothing, even if you're adding the German accent. If your message is a flood, no one stays afloat. Number 2, masking uncertainty instead of leading with clarity. The problem isn't uncertainty. It's feeling like you're not allowed to be uncertain. Probably because you were hired to know, you're expected to know. So instead of stating what's true now, you try to cover all the bases. You overqualify, add disclaimers, loop in variables, all in the hope of sounding credible. We are optimistic about this direction, but staying flexible depending on evolving input across teams and external factors. Translation, we're saying everything so we can't be wrong. Saying too much doesn't build confidence, it blurs your message. Leadership isn't about knowing everything. It's about being clear on what's true right now and trusting yourself to evolve it. Number 3, confusing sounding smart with being clear. Whether it's high-polished phrasing or full-blown acronymalese, the result is the same. People nod, but don't engage. Let's align the QBR insights with our GTM strategy before we finalize the IC deck. Now, even with a French accent, it just doesn't land. If your message needs a glossary, it's not leadership, it's a memory test. And remember, if you're trying to impress, you're not expressing. Clarity doesn't dilute intelligence, it delivers it. Number 4, speed over substance. You're under pressure. You dash off a message or speak on autopilot, circling back to ensure alignment and maintain momentum. It sounds businesslike, but it says very little. Speed doesn't create clarity. Thinking does. And the 5 minutes you don't take to clarify your message will cost your team 5 hours trying to figure it out. Number 5, ironically, performing value instead of communicating it. Now this one is subtle and literally everywhere. When you're under pressure to prove your worth, you say more, you add context, you layer logic. But the more you do that, the more your actual value gets lost. The harder you try to sound valuable, the more you obscure your value. You're not here to create value with more words. Your words are here to carry your value. So one clean, meaningful sentence makes you unforgettable. What actually works and where I come in? Let's make something clear. Unclear messaging isn't fixed by polishing your delivery or rearranging your slides. Messaging is the foundation. Expression is the art. You can't paint a masterpiece on a soggy napkin, and you can't win the room with a stylish suit and a scrambled sentence. So message plus delivery equals influence. Ding! One without the other, still noise. And this is where I do my best work. I help leaders cut through the fog and distill what they actually mean. Say it in a language that is speakable, sharp, and lands fast. And deliver it with presence, voice, and conviction in the boardroom, on stage, or at your next TEDx. We don't just rehearse a script, we build a communicator who leads with every word. A recent client went from a rushed 14-slide update to a 7-minute pitch that landed 3 strategic partnerships. Not because we added the polish, but because we cut the noise and made every word count. And this is what we're aiming for. A message that is clear in 5 seconds, memorable in 5 hours, and worth acting on. Most people haven't been shown how to get there. How to go from, I know what I mean, to everyone else gets it too. That's where I come in. What's this actually costing you? Let's talk numbers, shall we? Poor communication costs large companies an average of $62.4 million a year, according to SHRM, in the article of The Cost of Poor Communication and a study they conducted. Globally, $8.8 trillion is lost annually to disengagement, according to Gallup, in the article of The State of the Global Workplace 24, where they did research on this. Confused teams don't execute. Disengaged clients don't buy. I mean, it is more common sense, but it's always nice to have statistics. The cost of unclear messaging shows up also in productivity, trust, retention, and missed opportunities. So this isn't a nice to have. It's a hidden drag on your entire business, and it is expensive. So my final word, say less, mean more. In a world that's louder than ever, clarity is magnetic. The most powerful message isn't the longest. It's the one they remember. I should probably stop here. So ask yourself, is this actually clear? Am I trying to impress or trying to lead? Will they act on this or just nod and forget? Because if it doesn't land, it doesn't lead. And if people don't follow your message, they won't follow your vision. If this article made something click, trust that. This work isn't something leaders do eventually. It's something they wish they'd done sooner. When you're ready to be heard the way you think, speak the way you lead, and make your message carry the weight it deserves, I'm here.